fast. Twist listeners can get $1,000 off for a limited time at vanta.com/twist. Squarespace. Turn your idea into a new website. Go to squarespace.com/twist for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use offer code TWIST to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And lemon.io. Need to speed up your product development without draining your budget? Hire vetted engineers from Europe at lemon.io. Go to lemon.io/twist to get 15% off for the first 4 weeks.
All right, everybody. Really special guest here today, Joe Jebia, which some people have been saying Gebia for years, but it's actually Jebia.
Including myself.
But you found out recently that your last name is, instead of a G, more of a J, Jebia.
Yeah, I had a genealogist go into the history of the family. They found this.
I guess we start. I always ask this question to everybody on the show. It's like,
okay,
because I think there's nothing realer than today. Today on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
Ooh, today on a scale of 1 to 10.
Honestly,
you know what? It started off on a 4 when I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
But you would say you should be on a 10 because of life. You've been given life.
Yeah, but so what?
When we wake up, I have to train my mind to find joy, to see the joy and find the gratitude in the littlest things. Because I looked at my schedule and I was like, oh my God, I'm going. And I'm like, I just want to
If you think that, because basically what you're trying to say to me is he didn't really touch him. Are you telling me that a goalkeeper is going to gamble on a little flick as opposed to getting straight up and getting after the rebound?
No, I completely understand what Mendy's done there.
That's why he doesn't, because he hits him in the shoulder.
And he knows
it's not a little tickle.
He knows what he can get away with.
It's not a little tickle, Dan.
But even if it was a little tickle, he's still staying down, isn't he?
Well, according to you, you're saying he's going to gamble and just lie down and hold his shoulder.
Because it's worked.
No.
Okay, all right, Don. Did the referee get it right?
No, he didn't. It wasn't a foul. I think where I felt sorry for the referee, Dan, I was commentating on the game today, and where I felt sorry for the referee is when he went to the screen, and I said it in comms, I went, I hope he gets the different speeds, I hope he gets it in real time, and I hope he gets it in slow motion. Unfortunately for the referee, he got about 4 or 5 angles of it, or replays of it, but they were all in slow.
Man City and Liverpool, perhaps distance themselves from Chelsea, and that's where I think it will take longer, because I think that Ten Hag can go and wake them up, because they're asleep. This nonsense that we listen to, I don't care whether Paul Scholes had a private conversation and repeated it, but the idea that some of these players like Lingard are talking about the dressing room is a mess. First of all, I saw you in a dressing room 2 or 3 years ago. All you're interested in was busting moves. What's that crap, right? And I've looked at this culture of Man United become more and more diluted, and this dressing room mess is a sum of all its parts. So the problem for me is that how quickly, and also the support structures, and he said it himself, Ranić, about best in class, about having the best people in class in all aspects of the business, and that is what the other clubs have got. So Ten Hag cannot do it on his own. Correct. He will need to have a proper structure of elite support, whether it's from the physio to
being groomed. Why would I go and tell on my captain, especially if I haven't had between 16 and 19 any education on this, and more importantly, I'm a young professional that's only just started his career versus someone that's got over 200 appearances. I believe the second time, whilst I was approached and I was more, I'll say mature, it was really about choices. So the Chinese syndicate was where the majority of fixes happened. It was 2011-2012 season. I was registered to Bromley. We was doing a jog around the pitch. One of my teammates the second time was like, Moses, I have a meeting. There's a Chinese syndicate that wants to speak to us about match fixing. So I asked him, how many players do you need? And he said 5. Then I went to the players and I was like, look, this is what the deal is. You go to the meeting, you fix a game, you get paid. So the Mayfair Hotel was significant.
Of house, and had he wanted to take full credit for Mo's signing, we wouldn't have said anything. We'd just be happy that the player succeeded. But the sort of person, Jurgen is, he did give credit where he didn't have to. And so his preference was Julian Brandt, who was attacking midfield at Leverkusen. Hindsight bias is a terrible thing. So people have said to me, you compare Brandt and Mo today. There's miles between the two. But at the time, they were among the best young forwards in Europe. Not so much between them. Mo just fit our style much better. We did rate him higher, and he played in the
start basically from the beginning, the beginning of your career, or even the beginning of your life, really. Of course, you grew up in Berlin, in an African household, of course, as Harry said, Stallone, are Stallone brothers. But I've heard that it wasn't the most wealthy kind of like upbringing. So what was it like, kind of like navigating through life in your childhood?
Yeah, I would say it was wealthy in terms of like, because wealth is how you see things, like obviously like wealth in terms of money, we didn't have much, but we had wealth when it comes to togetherness, the family bond. And I would never trade anything for that. I had an older brother who was a professional at the age of 16 already. And and that was like my dream, to get my family out. That was like,
honor their bets. Yeah. Liban, Abdullahi, Salman, Yaqub, Mahmoud. We have something to address before we even start the episode, brother. Yeah. Green hair is happening. We just need to know when, brother.
Whether you like it or not.
Don't even say when. Because we've organized something for you today.
Go on.
Fuck off. You're welcome to come in. We have organized for you to get your hair dyed in studio today. See, I was fucking with you. But
They weren't so nice, so money was not a lot. Didn't have a lot of money, and to be honest, Spurs had made a big offer. I have to be honest, coming from that neighborhood, and I had the possibility, like I was really close with Sevilla back in the day. Was Juan de Ramos was the coach, and he wanted me, so we spoke. But at the end of the day, Spurs paid more money, so I went.
Paid more money to you or to the club?
No, to the club as well, and to me. So I went with Spurs because I said I need to take care of my whole family.
It's that Barclays era Premier League cash in it, loads of it.
So did you? So to be fair, you played with some decent players at Spurs. Yeah. Did you look at the team sheet before you left, or did you just think, you know what, it's all about the money, money, money?
Yeah, at the beginning it was all about the money. I didn't look at the team sheet. I didn't look. At that time they had 10 midfielders, So I didn't even look at it. I was just, first of all, I was confident in myself, but I didn't even check out. I should have checked out that